Hello YouTube, it's Keisha and Laundry and I'm back with another video. Today is going to be a word on the curb segment. I'm just going to talk about random things that's been going on in the news. So the first thing I want to talk about is a gentleman from Philly who was dating a transgender woman, and he was bullied into killing himself. He had declared his love for a transgender woman, living his life, to the fullest. And once people got a hold that he was dating a transgender, they started bullying him. And he couldn't take it and he killed himself. So that really bothered me. I was on my way home from work when I heard it over the radio, and it just really stuck to my heart, because I just don't know why everybody be so worried about who somebody else is screwing. I really don't understand that. I can't understand why someone would judge someone based on their bedroom activity. Because I mean, if we like somebody off of what we do in the bedroom, a lot of people would not be liked. A lot of people would not be liked. But I just want to send my prayers to Maurice and Faith. I'm from that area, and it truly did touch me. We got to get to a point where we got to stop the hate, the unnecessary hate. I mean, these people can't even go into church because they'll be looked at funny. Our gay, our LGBTQIA community, they can't even attend church without feeling uncomfortable, and I really think that's unfair. The church doors should be open to everyone. But stop judging people on what they're doing in the bedroom, please, because just to lose a life because he was loving, that is the opposite of what God intended us to do. It really is. So let's pray for Maurice and Faith, and we got to get better. Okay, the second thing I want to talk about is the whole Jay-Z buying into the NFL debacle. Okay, to me, I do think he want to be the one counting the rocks. You know how back in the day they couldn't count, the head nigga couldn't count, so he would use rocks to count. That's who Jay-Z want to be. And I knew it had to be a lie that he talked Jermaine Dupri out of that same deal. Jermaine, that degraded Jermaine Dupri, because Jermaine Dupri is a great businessman. And when I heard that, I was like, ain't no way this man who done built the empire and sustained it all these years, remained on top, ain't no way this man allowed somebody to talk him out of a business deal. I knew that had to be just made up for news. But he wound up going on my boy Big Tigger on V103. He wound up doing an interview with him, and he just explained to us, what was going on, and he clarified it for us that no, Jay-Z did not talk him out of doing a deal with them, and he explained how when everybody was boycotting the NFL in February, saying don't watch them and all of this stuff, and the Super Bowl was in his city, and they was trying to get him to stop his business. Well, our community was trying to get him to stop doing business with the NFL, and he wait a minute, the Super Bowl is in my community, and he is the only one with a song that say welcome to Atlanta. And when you think of Atlanta, he at least one of the top 5 people that you think about when you think Atlanta, but I knew he was too smart of a man to allow Jay-Z to talk him out of some money. How many people you think try to talk that man out of some money? Or don't do that. He too smart for that. He really is. But as far as Jay-Z getting with the NFL and doing a deal with him, let that man do him, because we always knew he wasn't for us like that. We really did. After that last album he came out with, and it was, Jay-Z did always brag, and I didn't really become a fan until he started rapping with a whole band. That's really when I became a fan. I'm from up north. We always did rock with Jay-Z, but me personally, I didn't become a fan until he started rapping with that whole band. It just gave his sound a whole totally different vibe, and I was here for it. I really was. I'm down with that. But stop believing stuff so easily, please. Because I knew when I heard that, I was like, come on, these is both businessmen. If anything, Jermaine would have been kick rocks and be signing some paperwork, Okay, so the next thing on my list is Bam Margera. If anybody was a fan of Jackass back in the day, y'all love some Bam. Bam is losing his freaking mind. Every time I turn around, he either drunk somewhere going crazy, or they sending this man to rehab. this man got problems. We seen he had problems when he had that show, but I guess his family was too busy collecting them checks to even care. But to me, Bam was a little twisted in his head. I mean, come on. Remember he put that hamburger in the toothpaste tube? Like, really, you got to be really sick in your head. And just all the crazy stuff they used to do to each other. To me, all the people who worked on Jackass got some problems with them. You know, for real. Because you really got to be out your mind to think of some of them tricks and some of those stunts that they was pulling. You really do. But I really do want to pray for him, because to me he was a good guy in the soul, because when he would have his little heart-to-hearts and things like that, or when he had to try to do something for his friends, he was always there for them. So that part of Bam I connected to, even though I used to laugh at a lot of his stunts, but some of them was just like too way out there for me to laugh. You know, all them little butt things they used to do to each other and crazy stuff, and destroying expensive equipment and things like that. It's like, why, when there's people out here that could really use it. But if you were a Jackass fan or a fan of Bam Margera, let's pray for him. He really do need the help. I don't know if he too far gone, because I mean, gosh, he been on Dr. Phil, and all Dr. Phil got out of that is him tatting his name on his neck while he was in jail. You know, but poor Bam, and his mom April, she looked wore out. She looked wore out, but she was having fun when them MTV checks was coming in. And she should have been concerned back then, because we all seen a problem with that man back then. Really, no one treats their parents like that. Like at some point you will back up off of them, and Bam never did, especially his father. But yeah. So the next thing is Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth. Who really thought that was gonna last? Did anybody think? I was like, what is he doing marrying this wannabe? Like, she want to be hood so bad. She want to be something that she not. So instead of us, you know, a lot of black people are bleaching their skin to be white. I really think she should just tan for 48 hours straight and see what we get, because that's what she want to be. I don't get why you want to be so ratchet and far out there and just a nasty girl. Like, come on, you started out a very good role model, or you know, they always try to get, it's funny how they get the worst little ratchet little girls to pretend to be role models, and then they have to pretend to be all goody, but deep down these girls got black on the inside. Now I don't mean black skin, I mean just black souls, you know. Like, get somebody who really is good and wholesome, and then they won't have the struggle of, oh, I have to pretend to be this just to, you know, just to appease everybody, or just to play this character. Because beyond the character, unfortunately, we do expect you to act like that once we see you on TV. Unless you just presented yourself already as who you are, and then you get the role, and then we can separate the two. But for the most part, Miley Cyrus was playing Hannah Montana, so most of the world expected her to act like Hannah Montana. And we was like, what? I mean, it's sort of like Christina Aguilera. Remember, she was the genie in the bottle, and then next thing you know, she out here dirty, filthy. She want to get dirty, you know. So it'd be a struggle, but I never thought that them two was gonna work out. I really did. He just seemed too poised for her. For her, he really did. And it's a slap in the face that the first pick out is her kissing a girl. I don't think she ever stopped kissing a girl. I really don't. I mean, when did somebody give her a cake that was made out of a black penis, or did he give it to? Did somebody give it to her, or did she give it to him? But that girl was just too much. And where's Liam's mother? And do he have sisters? I should have looked that up before I even did my video. Because, you know, our moms, and we not playing that. We are not playing that. We gonna protect ours. Okay? And speaking of unlikely unions, what's up with Jamie Foxx and this little girl? We all know what's going on. Now, Jamie, we already heard about what you be doing up in your house. All those little, I've heard about butt naked basketball games. And then when you had that team behind you and you talking, it was just weird. I don't know. Just for me, it was weird. Because if you helping all these people out in Hollywood, then where are the people who are successful because of your help? So you sitting there like you got a whole team, or you just gathering strays off the street. Sound like a little predatory to me. You gathering people that are less than, and you bringing them to you who have more than, and then they looking at you like, looking up to you like, oh, please, please, throw me a bone, throw me a bone. We know what's going on, Jamie. And I mean, if that's what you choose to do, you telling us that the girl is 21, and I'm hearing that she only 19. So that show you have something up your sleeve, you know. And then y'all pics. I don't take pictures like that with my boyfriend. I mean, with just a friend of mine. I'm not all like suggestively posing and things like that with somebody that I'm not having sexual relations with. Y'all poses is too sexual. Even you leading her out of that club was it just looked a certain way. And I know the camera can capture things and capture them at the right time to put a certain thought in your head, but something just seemed too funny about that. And the fact that you feel the need to explain yourself. You never explained yourself about Katie Holmes. You never told us what's going on with that. You know, pictures came out of y'all holding hands and playing footsie tootsies in the studio, but you never felt the need to come out about that. But however, you feel the need to go on the whole rant and trying to explain yourself for why you got this little girl on your shoulder. Listen, we all know that men like them little young ones. We really do. We really do. So just stay true to who you are. What are you lying for? If she of age and that's what you choose to do, then go ahead and pull a ditty. Go ahead. Go on with your bad self. And so the next thing I'm gonna talk about is Bethenny Frankel is supposed to be leaving Housewives. Do y'all think she doing this just for a bigger check? Because to me, Bethenny is the Housewives. Her mouth, they just gonna have to get somebody who more quick with it. Like, she just keep the segments going whenever they out, and, you know, her outfits is the bomb. Everything that come out of her mouth is the bomb. Like, I don't know how they could replace her. I never felt that way about Nene Leakes, because she's replaceable. Because all she do is, like, hate on the next person. Nobody want to see hate for 48 seasons in a row. We want, at some point, Nene gonna have to learn how to love, which Bethenny did, because Bethenny had a few seasons where she was just battling everybody. She just couldn't be friends with nobody except for Carol Razzle. Like, them couple of seasons where she just, you know, just wasn't feeling nobody. But she came back around, and also prior to that, we got to see her being friendly with all the girls on the cast. Yeah, but if Bethenny is stepping on to something better, I'll watch the show, because I truly wholeheartedly enjoy Bethenny, and I love her story of how they try to say she came from nothing, but how could you have nothing and be in the Hamptons with Jill? I mean, come on. And so I don't think the story of her coming from nothing and creating something is completely accurate. The girl had to have something if she was rubbing elbows with those people. They got money on money on money. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to talk about is Brian McKnight and his kids. Something just seemed a little strange about that, because all he kept on saying is he paid child support. I get it. Child support, you know, it helps the mom. It helps sustain the house. It helps keep things going at the house. But, however, if you're a child of a celebrity and you get to see them on all kinds of TV shows and traveling the world and things like this, and the kids say that they will have to take back seats every time he got a girlfriend, they will have to take a back seat. I get it that you want to cut your kids off at a certain age, but come on, man. Come on. I can't, y'all. Some of y'all men need to take a page out of Puffy book. Puffy always been there for his children. Puffy kids are grown, and he's still there for his kids. I can't see him telling them, oh, because you're 30, I'm going to cut you off. I even think Steve Harvey still take care of his kids. So it is some black celebrities out here who's doing right by their kids, and not just only the two that I mentioned. It is plenty of other black men with money that's doing right by their kids. I get you want them to be a man, but you should have started that out when they was younger. Or put them in a position where they feel comfortable enough with their checks. If you're in a position that you can use nepotism to get your kids in the right footing, then do that. Then do that. Don't get them, you know, you happy because your stepchild got a job at McDonald's is going to help pay for the car. But you're in a position where you can get him an internship somewhere else where he's making good enough money to pay for the car himself. You know, it's the whole story. Either you can give him the fish or you can give him the fishing rod. Which one you going to do? You know, you want to give your child the fishing rod so they can fish for the rest of their life. It's really that simple. I get sick of men thinking just because they pay money that's good enough. It's not. It's not. You got to spend time, and them little clips that I'm singing on stage and things like that, and then you got a whole daughter out here that never felt daddy's love. Like, she never felt like she was daddy's little girl. That hurt me. Because how many songs that Brian Midnight sung and I felt like he loved me? So for his own seed to feel like he didn't truly love her, or she didn't get that kind of love, I mean, I feel some kind of way. Because Brian loved me the way he be singing them songs to me, baby. But, yeah, I'm just going to end this. But we got to do better as a community. We really do. And my tidbit for this video is just keep pushing. Keep pushing. I know sometimes you be at the point where you tire, but remember the point that you get to beyond the tiredness, and then adrenaline kicks in again. So just keep pushing in life. Push past the exhaustion, and then that'll lead you on the straight plane to where you're trying to get. You know, so just stand fast. Okay, subscribe to my channel. Click the like button. Subscribe. Leave comments below, and as I always say, love, peace, and prosperity.